Novels, we are all familiar with them. You love some, hate others, and I'm sure we all remember having to write a novel in our class before. And in this video, I'm rewriting one of the novels that I wrote when I was 12. Before I do that, let me introduce myself. I'm Lucas, I go by he, they, and the first novel we'll be working on is originally titled, Can I Be a Hero Too? And yes, it was inspired by MHA, of course. So, let's start with the summary. August was born into a family where they all have powers, except him. He has 3 siblings and is the second youngest in his family. His parents are cold to him and his siblings mock him the entire time while he's waiting for his friends. August and his friends get ready to leave and head to a cafe. While August waits outside, a villain attacks and happens to get swept up in the air while his friends run after him. And that's all I wrote. Yep, the shortened down summary, but that was it. And that's because there was only 1 page of this novel, but that isn't gonna stop me from a rewrite. Now let's get into it. I'm keeping that the novel starts late into summer and that his parents are very indifferent to him. His siblings still mistreat him, and he still has his friends. But instead of having an all might mentor, he gets brutally rejected after being saved. Even the villain is surprised by the hero's coldness. But that doesn't stop August from becoming a hero with his friends, solving mysteries around their town. August's parents don't really care much at first, as it's small things like helping people out, and sometimes having the elderly call them for trivial things. His siblings make fun of him, but he tends to ignore him. August and his friends start going down a rabbit hole. Once thought to be an unnecessary job turns into an unraveling of unexpected mysteries. I almost forgot, let me introduce you to August and his friends, but note, I am going to introduce them by who's first on the character lineup because that makes it easier for my brain. So, first up on the lineup is Cassiopeia, or Cass for short. Cass can make and create light and something else. Cass is very pessimistic, quiet, and grumpy, like a cat. They have lots of cats, to their parents' dismay. Cass and August have been friends forever, as their parents were college friends. August was really supportive when Cass came out as non-binary, and they used they/them pronouns, and their parents were very accepting of them, but the rest of their family sees them as this magical, light-powered girl who's sweet and innocent and who's like a healer, and tries to push them into a date with a family friend, but Cass obviously doesn't like them and avoids them at family dinners. For Cass's design, I had a very hard time with the pose, if you could see earlier. I didn't want to be lazy and have their arms crossed, but there's many ways you can do it and shape up the pose, and this one just fit for them. Usually, a character like this being pessimistic, quiet, and grumpy, they usually have like a darker color scheme, but I wanted to kind of subvert that, also kind of like show their power motifs, but I just didn't want to give them basic yellows as well. I wanted it to be on the more desaturated side and a bit orangier as well, with everything, their hair, their shirts, their pants, especially their pants, as I didn't want to give them like basic blue jeans, even though they're very common to wear. But I honestly really love their outfit. I also really like I remember seeing these earrings on Pinterest, and they're like the little cute star-shaped earrings, and I just thought it would work perfect with their leitmotif. It is very painfully obvious what their powers are in their design, but I'm really happy with it. And also looking at the artwork right now, I'm pretty sure this character is like entirely monochromatic in the yellows. You have all the different orangey yellows, but I find that a little bit cool. Next up is Sophie. She's a bright and kind person. She can be very extroverted, but is a bit shy when it comes to her boundaries and feelings. I wanted her to have like bright summer colors, but a very relaxed pose for her design. Also, there's this shirt I've been seeing on Pinterest. It's like a black dress shirt with all these beautiful sunflowers on it, and the moment I was designing her character, I knew this was the shirt for her. And I remember seeing these cute dress shoes as well, and perfect. It was all perfect for her. And I also want to choose very saturated colors for everything. I thought that was really the color scheme that I was seeing for her. I was trying to find a good hairstyle as well, and I went with this afro mullet. I don't know why, it just worked for me. But I absolutely love it. Anyways, Sophie met August through Cass in middle school, and they've been good friends, bonding over their love of plants. Sophie's parents divorced when she was in middle school, and her mom moved her sister and her brother to California while her and her dad stayed here. They've had a rocky relationship since then, as her mom stopped visiting her a year or two ago. She's getting used to her stepmom moving in, now being one of the oldest in the house, with an older stepbrother, a younger stepbrother, and although her father and stepmother did have twins together, they weren't able to move in until a year later. So this was a lot to adjust for her, especially with her powers. It took a while for her to realize she even had them, as they worked more like senses than your typical powers that you see in media. She can sense when people are telling the truth or not, and can sense other things as well. It's kind of like Spidey senses in a way, but she can sense danger, people's intentions, and her surroundings around her, but it's not that far. Alrighty, up next is our main character, August. August was born the second youngest in his family. He has an older sister, older brother, and a younger brother. Both of his parents work as superheroes, and his older siblings are as well. He deals with his older siblings being assholes and constantly rubbing it in his face, that they have powers and he doesn't. And sometimes his younger sibling gangs in on it as well, but not as often now, because now that his older sister is a superhero and his brother is training to be one, August is left to most of the babysitting of his 11-year-old brother, and he's starting to treat him better. August's parents are indifferent to him, and their family has always been superpowers and special abilities and being superheroes, but he is really the only family that he knows of that doesn't have powers. He doesn't really like his extended family that much, and that includes his family as well. Rich people tend to be a little bit weird. August has always been a bit jealous of Cass and their family dynamic. It had led to arguments in the past, but they've always apologized to one another. August and his friends recently started making a mystery-solving group, and after they help solve mysteries, he really hopes that he can prove to his parents that although he's different from them in their magical abilities, he can still help people like they do, and that he isn't so different from them. For August's design, I really had this outfit in mind for him, like a hoodie, a denim jacket over it, and I think it just suits his character. I also wanted to give him baggy khaki pants. I don't know why, it just fits his vibe. He loves hiking, gardening, etc., so earthy outfit kind of thing. I also gave him a green mug, because why? Vibes. Sorry, but it just fits his character for me. Let's go on to our next and last character, Chisqua. A goofy and mischievous guy, Chisqua has the ability to understand birds, and they understand him. When I was researching his name, it's kind of funny because when I was researching it, I was looking up crow and raven themed names, and this one that felt like perfect. It's a Cherokee name, but it's also a Cherokee word that just means bird, and I find that pretty cool, and a little bit on the nose for his powers. Anyways, he and August became friends when they met at a park in elementary, and they've been friends ever since. Chisqua has a good family life. He lives with his moms and older sister, though he hasn't met most of his extended family due to their homophobic beliefs. But he has met his grandma, cousins, a couple uncles, etc. He has been a bit curious about his extended family. It's been decades, and since then they could have changed for better or for worse, which is why his moms are hesitant about them meeting each other or even knowing that they exist. He's really super excited to be a part of this mystery solving group and is trying to pick out names for it. For his design, I wanted him to have a nature-loving guy kind of theme. I remember seeing this jacket that I really liked. I don't know what it's called, but it looked cool. I'll show an image on the screen. So when I was looking at his shirt, I usually just make the shirts blank, but I've been trying to add more graphic tees, and I decided that I really liked this Sequoia National Park graphic tee, so I added that for his design. Now at first, I gave Chisqua one bird, and then I decided to give him two. And I named them after Odin's ravens, and these little guys are like Chisqua's children. He adores them. I feel like Munin and Hugin and the other crows and ravens would gossip to Chisqua about what's going on, and they would help August and his group multiple times when they're trying to solve mysteries. But that's kind of it. I know this is a pretty short video. It's only like 9 to 10 minutes long, but I'm pretty happy with it. I really hope that you enjoyed them, and I might draw the other characters from the novel in my community post, but I don't know, it's an if. But that's it. Please like and subscribe and have a wonderful day.